Hey guys, it's Heidi from Biomechanics, and on this week's technique tip, we're going to talk through the Turkish Get Up. So a very basic explanation of the Turkish Get Up is we're going to start from laying flat on the ground. We're going to come all the way up to standing and back down to the floor, all while holding a weight over our head. So, sounds like fun, right? With this one, it is a great exercise because it does involve kind of the whole body. We've got lots of stability demands, lots of mobility demands, so it's kind of a great catch-all exercise. With this one, because there are so many different moving pieces that come together to build this one overall movement, we're going to break it down kind of piece by piece in our technique tip. I'm going to talk you guys through it body weight first, just so I can talk with my hands a little bit more, and then we'll talk about how you can work this into your own workout routine and kind of progress it in a way that makes sense. So, we're going to start laying down on the ground. We're going to pretend that in my left hand right now I have a weight. So anytime that we're doing this, whether it's body weight or if we are weighted, we're always going to keep this weight pointed right up to the ceiling. So I want my knuckles on my fists to stay pointed straight up so that even as I start to get up, I'm not starting to wave this arm around. I'm always under control with this weighted arm. The same knee as the arm that has the weight is going to be bent and planted here. My opposite leg is going to be out straight. My opposite arm is going to come planted out straight, about 45 degrees away from my body. So I don't want to be way out to the side here. I don't want to be in too close. So we're going to go about halfway in between. As I start this exercise, the very first step is going to be almost like a rolling sit-up. And in all of these different pieces of the movement, we're always moving in a very controlled manner. So I'm not just kind of flailing myself up as we go. We're going to have a slight pause at each step of the movement to make sure that everything is controlled the whole time. So as I start my ascent, we're going to roll onto this planted hand here. So I'm going to roll out towards my forearm. Notice again, my knuckles are still staying pointed right up to the ceiling. From there, I'm going to press up onto my hand, and that's the first part of the get up. So that would be what we would call the quarter get up. From there, the next part of the movement is going to be my bridge, and for this one, let's just pretend my hand is still pointed up there. I'm going to press up through this planted knee. This ankle is going to be my other kind of base of support here, as well as this hand. And I'm always strongest in a position where my joints are going to be stacked. So rather than just lift my hips up just a little bit, where I have a lot of pressure down on the shoulder, so you guys can see if I turn this way, from here, I don't have a lot of room for this leg to move through, and all of my pressure is kind of pushing the top of my shoulder up into the top of the joint. So what I'm going to do instead is think that as I come up into this bridge, instead of coming just straight up, I'm going to come almost up and diagonal, so that as I lift up and push those hips forward, I now have a lot of room for my leg to come through. My knee is stacked right over my ankle on this side, and if my arm is actually holding this weight up overhead right now, I'm stacking my shoulders as well. So I'm in a lot more stable position to be able to then pull this knee through for the next part of the movement. From here, we're going to have a little bit of a hinge position. So from my bent over position, it's really hard for me to be able to lean up just through my torso. So instead, I'm going to get a little bit of lean from this hip. I'm going to sit my hips back, and I'm going to tilt myself up. From here, I'm just going to pivot through this back leg to bring my knees straight, and I'm going to stand up almost like I'm standing up from a lunge. So again, weights pointed straight up to the ceiling. My ribs are locked down. I'm in that stable overhead position, and I'm going to stand up tall. From here, everything just happens in reverse for the way back down. So it's going to start with that lunge back. So I'm going to take a step back. I'm going to tap my knee down. I'm going to pivot again up to the side to give me more room to hinge those hips out. Softly bring this arm to the ground so I'm not slamming down into it. I'm going to get that hinge, plant that arm, and again, when I stick this arm down, I'm looking for that stack through the shoulders all the way down. So I don't want to reach too far behind, too far out, or too close here. I want that nice stacked position again, and then from there I'm going to be able to lift up from this front foot, swing this leg back through, hips down, elbow down, and then shoulders and head come down to the ground. So again, you'll notice through that whole movement, everything happened in a slow, controlled manner. So there was no point in time where I'm just kind of flinging myself up, sliding the leg around, and standing up. Yeah, that's our basic Turkish Get Up. So I'm going to break it down again. I'm going to show you guys one more time through with an actual weight and see how this kind of all comes together. So when we load up the Turkish Get Up, we want to make sure that we're getting into position safely as well. So if you're using a kettlebell or a weight, easiest way to do that is put it on the side that you're going to load here. We're going to roll and then press it up overhead. So this shoulder tucked back into my back pocket the whole time, not just pointing straight up to the ceiling. I'm going to do on the opposite side this time so you guys get a little bit different view. But again, we start with that roll into our quarter get up. So I'm going to roll onto my forearm, press up to my hand, I come up into that bridge, get those shoulders stacked, pull the leg through, I'm going to hinge, stand up, and then everything in reverse on the way back down. So I'm going to step back, knee plants, get that hinge,